about that. I have no clue what the heck happened too. But I'm here. Happy Wednesday. We survived the majority of the week. I am going to now see if I can get it to live stream on my TV now. um, if I can't, I still have my phone here. But today I have a special wine. Hey Naya, from my trip to High-Low Market in Long Beach. Um, let's see if I can get this open. Yeah, I'm struggling. Hi, daughter. I can't get this open. Oh man. But anyway, this one came from High-Low. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it here in my bio as soon as I can. For whatever reason, this bottle does not want me to open it.
What?
It's open now. It's a twist top. Hi, Angie. Thank you for joining me tonight. Oh, it smells good. I hope it's good. I'm not going to drink as much as I drank last week, because last week I had a little too much, and I definitely paid for it the next day. But look how pretty that is. But yeah, so I'm just gonna jump right into it because we did have a small little delay. But if you are new to my channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Comment, of course, so you know I'm always looking at the live chat to see what's going on. Share. It's Yana's Wine Corner on all my platform, well, every platform that I have. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and I have more content coming out soon. But I wanted to talk about gentle parenting. And for people who are parents or even have to, you know, interact with kids on a regular basis, I'm sure this is something that you all, or we all kind of, I wouldn't say struggle with, but have to deal with in some way. This is good. This one is good. I will give them that. They recommended this one for me, but it's pretty good. It's a little dry, but it's a little sweet at the same time, so I like that about that. But if for those who don't know what gentle parenting is, it is parenting without shame, blame, or punishment. It's a partnership between both the parent and the child. They have a say in, you know, how you handle situations with them. It's a softer approach to parenting for the parents and the caregivers, and it practices a gentle approach with them to teach them consistent and compassionate boundaries with, you know, without a firm hand. This parenting style is composed of the four main elements: empathy, respect, understanding, and boundaries. So when I first heard about this, I was it took me a while to wrap my head around it because the way I was raised, of course, most of, you know, the people that I know that grew up in, you know, the 80s, 90s, you know, a little bit before that, we were raised a lot firmer, with a firmer hand. It was, you do as I say. And that was just what it was. But when I think back on it, was it the healthier way of raising kids? You know, what kind of damage did it do emotionally, and how did it affect you, you know, growing up? So when I really started looking into it more, I will say I do not hit my kids. And it wasn't something that I came up with. It was just something that, you know, we did. Thank you, girl. You know, Cowboys for life. But it was one of, you know, those situations where I'm glad that I did stop, because how can we teach our kids, you know, you don't go and hit out of anger if when they do something wrong, the first thing we do is go and hit them. So once I understood that and really accepted that it became one of those normal things where we just don't hit our kids. I mean, it would really have to be something extreme for them to get hit like that. But I have been learning a lot about it, and I've learned some. I did learn one cool, I wouldn't say trick, but one way of dealing with certain behaviors with my cousin. She is on right now, and she is a special ed teacher. And when it came to eating, because my son was, oh my lord, this baby he is active. But one of her tricks, not tricks, tips that, she gave was, start with what they have to do and then move on to the next. And every now and then I still use it. It's like eat first, play later. Eat first, talk later, because my son is he's active. So I thought that was pretty cool. But like I said, the benefits of gentle parenting, and I thought, was pretty good. Reduced anxiety. Research suggests that gentle parenting may reduce the risk for anxiety. In fact, one study found that this approach may promote regulated responses in social contexts in shy toddlers. And a lot of people I'm starting to see don't believe in, hitting their kids, which is, I think it's a good thing. It's like, how can we tell them don't hit if we're hitting them? But I have noticed that a lot of kids they're a lot more anxious. That they do suffer from stress and anxiety. And I didn't, the more I started really looking into this, the more I said, oh my gosh, I saw signs. I wish I had known this when my older kids were younger, because maybe I would have done a lot of things different than I did. But they get stressed out too, and you don't realize it, and they show different signs of how they're stressed out. And I shared a video with my daughter last week about it, and she was like, yeah, I did a lot of that. I said, I know. I said, had I known then what I know now, I probably would have done it. Even with my son, sometimes, like, it's like, okay, he must be exhibiting some type of stress, or he's going through some type of emotional something, because he'll just be like, oh, my leg hurts. Nothing happened to you. But, he's trying to tell me in ways that he can express it without not, telling me something is wrong with him. So now that I, kind of understand that, it kind of makes sense. I'm not saying I agree with everything that gentle parenting is saying, but I do feel there are a lot of key points to it. One of the other benefits is the improved parent-child bond. Another study found that gentle parenting may improve the relationship between parents and children. The most valuable gift a child can receive is free. It's simply a parent's love, time, and support. I agree. So with him, there are times where, he'll just say, and sometimes it's a little overwhelming for me, because I may be thinking about something else or in the middle of doing something else, but he will stop me and ask, oh, can I have a hug? Or he'll just walk up and hug me. He'll want to give me a kiss, things like that. But it's what he needs in that moment. And I have to tell myself that sometimes, even though it may feel overwhelming to me, he needs that in that moment. So I agree that, we do have a special bond. And I did learn too that people that act out, whether it's your child, your spouse, your brother, sister, anybody, when someone is comfortable enough to act out in front of you, they are comfortable with you for some reason. So I guess to an extent, I guess it's a good thing that he, has those outbursts in front of me, because that means that I'm giving him a safe space for him to express himself. It also provides a positive social skills. Children, especially babies and toddlers, copy what they see. Since gentle parenting is rooted in empathy and respect, children learn to model these positive traits, making them more likely to become empathetic, respectful human beings themselves. I agree with that 100%, because I'm constantly saying it starts in the home, and they do mirror what they see. So if they see us, like we're in a, well, I like to think we're an affectionate family, but we do hug, we do, give each other positive words, affirmations. So I do feel like you should do that. You definitely want to affirm your kids regularly. So, I tell my son all the time, you're good, this and that, even with my daughter. So when she'll text me and she's all stressed out, I do let her know I think she's doing a good job, because it does get overwhelming and they do need to hear that. So, and parenting does not stop just because they hit the age of 18. I am learning that. Um, are there any problems with gentle parenting? Of course. While there are benefits to gentle parenting, the approach is not fail proof. Of course, everything has its pros and cons. In some cases, gentle parenting can be permissive and enabling, which can lead to poor behavior. So it's not saying go ahead and let your kids run all over you. It's not saying just let them be total little jerks. I gotta keep it PG for YouTube. But you don't want to let your kids grow up to be just jerks to people, because, then they're going to start treating other people like that. So you really have to have, a form of control. Like, talk to them about their actions so that way they do understand what they're doing. Both the parents and the child may struggle with the lack of discipline and structure. So with me, I know I'm the guilty one because I am the softer parent. So I get ran over a little bit more, but I'm working on it. I do have to, I have been getting firmer with certain things. So I don't have to repeat myself as much, but at the end of the day, I still let him have a little bit of freedom to, make his mistakes so that way he does learn. I thought this was kind of interesting. Gentle parenting for beginners. I'm just going to say now, gentle parenting is freaking exhausting, because you are really putting in a lot of effort to teach your tiny human to be a good person. And in that effort, it's a lot of work that you are going to feel like, oh my gosh, like I need a moment. And mentally it's a bit exhausting sometimes too, because like it's just learning for both of you. So don't feel frustrated, or don't feel defeated because it's not working on the same day. It's not going to be in one day. Rome wasn't built in a night. So just be ready to feel mentally beat up sometime. If you're looking for a way to incorporate gentle parenting into your life, your best bet is to start small. Comment on bad behavior by itself, separating the action from the person that's doing it. Model what you want to see on a regular basis. Practice kindness, compassion, and empathy at all times. And try to be less demanding and commanding. Instead of saying, tie your shoes, make a suggestion. Something like, do you think you should tie your shoes so you don't trip? So with me, he'll do certain things and I will tell him, you're not bad. What you did was a bad thing. And now he knows I'm not bad. He'll say that. Like if he knows he did something that was not right, he'll ask me, I'm not bad. No, you're not bad, but you did a bad thing. And you probably shouldn't do that again. So do you want to do that bad thing and have what happened to you happen? Or do you want to keep going? No, I don't want to do that. So, we're still working on it, but he is very receptive and accepting of the situations that are going on. Angie, I know you're online, so if you have any, good tips for us parents, please go ahead, leave them in the comments. We definitely want to get your point of view while you're here. I know you got to get to bed soon so you can get up in the morning. Some tips for when you're frustrated. When you're feeling frustrated and still want to incorporate gentle parenting, the first and foremost thing to do is slow down. And I have to talk to myself sometime when I'm doing that, because there are days where he is tap dancing on every nerve in my body. And if you know how many nerves you have in your body, you know that is a lot of nerves to be dancing on. But we get through it. No one dies. So that's a big win. Not to put on the spot with the name calling and all. Yes, and definitely grab some wine. You guys are so funny. I hope everybody has something to drink right now, except for my daughter because she's under 21. Get you some water or some juice or something, maybe, but no wine for you. Uh, but no, I did call her out. Hey, Jay. we're open to your parenting tips as well. We definitely want to see how dads, handle this because boy, boy, boy. Get you something to drink, Eva. Please. No, daughter, you can't have any wine. Oh, good tips, Angie. So yeah, what she's saying, with making him feel seen and special, he and I do have like a reward system. So if he's good, I like to buy little knickknacks for him that I know he likes. Like he's a big dino lover. Uh big big dino lover. So I like buy little Hot Wheels with that are shaped in dinos for him, or I buy little sets where he has to dig the bones out so he can get to them, and then put them together so that way it forms the dino. And just little things like that, or I'll take him for ice cream. But I definitely try to make him feel as seen as special as possible because I do want him to grow up to be a good person. I feel like I did pretty good with my older two. But I mean, they crazy, so I probably could have did a little better. Maybe if I had gentle parented them instead of, you know, being as aggressive, and maybe they wouldn't be as crazy as they are. But hey, I was young, they were young, we were growing up and learning together. So, it is what it is. I love them. And always remember to communicate with your child the way that your child needs to be communicated with. I agree. So there is a difference between letting your child walk all over you and not having consequences. I was in a store once, and I saw a mom with her kids, and the one little boy was just acting a straight ass. We just gonna say it. And I'm like, you shouldn't talk to your mom like that. And he's looking at me like I was his parent, like really giving me the respect that he should have been giving his mom, just crying and yelling and telling her what he wants. And she's like, no, she's like really trying to be gentle. But it's like, I think sometimes you do have to be a little firm in those moments because guess what? Not only are they disrespecting you, but they're learning that they can be disrespectful to you. Mm-hmm. I agree. So sometimes it can be a 2-minute timer for them to think about what they have. And sometimes we do that. And then when he gets up, if he's still in his little funky attitude, guess what? You're going to sit back down and you're going to think about what you're doing because you have to make sure that they understand their actions as well. That way they can learn at a young age to process their feelings because even as adults sometimes we have to take a moment process what we're going through. So at that age, imagine all this sensory overload coming at you. You're feeling all these feelings and you don't know what to do with it. So you have to give them a chance to think about it, figure out how to express that to you so that way you all can be in a healthy environment. So no, I do agree that sometimes not the traditional timeout where it's like, oh, go sit over here. No, but give them a chance to sit down and think about what they're doing, and then ask them if they understood why they were in that situation. What could they be doing better? So no timeouts. You have to do an appropriate timeout, not just go sit down and let them have an opportunity to think about something else bad for them to do. Um, Gentle parenting during temper tantrums. So we've all had temper tantrums growing up, and they are hard for the parent or anybody. It's hard for people, bystanders, to look at when you're going through those. So you always want to make sure you keep your child safe. Wherever, like with their environment, you want to make sure that they're safe in a safe space for them to communicate with you as well. So that way they are good human beings. Uh, yeah, yes, I mean, sometimes you have to calm down as well because Lord help me, these kids will test your patience. I mean, even with, my daughter sometimes, I love you, baby girl, but, it's like with her being of age, I do have to sometimes let her get it out, give her an opportunity to process what she's saying, and then we come back to it because, yeah, it's hard even at that age because it's like, especially at her age, you want to guide and still help, but you don't want to be overbearing, but you want to make sure that you create a safe space for them to still come back to you and talk about things. So you definitely want to do that. Thank you, Angie. I truly think that, that's good, to remind everybody to give yourself grace because there are days where I am beyond hard on myself because we may have had a moment where things did not go the way that I would want to go because, he had his moment, and we all have our moments. I mean, I have moments still where, I'm learning to process where I do feel myself getting overly emotional about things. Like even with tonight, with my little technical difficulty, it was like, oh boy, here we go. I do not like having those moments, especially after coming off a rough day where I was having technical difficulties at work. But, it is what it is. I'm not going to let that affect my whole every, overall day. Um, so, just remember, give yourself grace. Remember, your kids are still going to be kids. They are going to have their emotional outbursts, but just help guide them through it the same way, we go to therapy or we talk to friends and they help guide us through it. It's our jobs to continue to be strong, and help guide them through it. But it's you definitely cannot. Good night, Angie. Thank you so much for getting on. You're not a 27-year-old grandma. You just got to get up early and take care of these lovely babies that we put in your care. She's a great teacher, guys. So I respect everything that she's saying. She's the sweetest. But just remember that, all of this is easier said than done. But with practice, it does work for both you and your kids. And you want to keep going. Every parent deals with the tantrums at some point, but you have to be able to understand your child and learn how to deal with that child in that moment. And sometimes they may need more than what you have in that moment, and that's okay. Sometimes it could just be, hey, my kid needs a nap. Like my child will sometimes be the biggest jerk, and the only thing that he really needs is to go to sleep. Like he can go to sleep for a few minutes and then he's fine. But it's still not an excuse for him to be like that. So I have to tell him that was not nice. And the next time you feel like that, you have to express that. Another thing that I am big on as well is, him having certain boundaries. And a lot of people, don't understand that. Like I used to be really big on, oh no, you have to share, share, share. But the more I started thinking about it, it's like, you can't be mad at your kid for not wanting to share something that's theirs all the time. It's theirs. You bought it for them. If they choose to share it, then they choose to share it. But you cannot be upset with them for protecting their personal, whatever, because it's theirs. It's just like if you don't want to share something, you're not going to share it. So why are we getting mad at them for that? So just be, calm with them and remember to respect their feelings as well if they tell you no on certain things, like that. But just remember to stay calm. It's not easy. You will get through it, and use your village because sometimes your friend, your family, they may have tips that you may not have thought about. But don't trust everybody because you have to go to people who have the same style as you because there are people that will lead you down the wrong path. So I mean, I like to think that I have a good village that will give me sound advice if, if and when I need it. And I don't confide in everybody. I learned that a long time ago, and I learned it the hard way, that you cannot confide in everybody about anything, because sometimes people are only there to get information from you, to use it against you or to talk about you or whatnot. So always remember that when it comes to your kids too, because then that presents certain dangers that affect them as well. uh, Gentle parenting tips for dangerous situations. uh, the example that they gave is, if your child is in immediate danger and they're running down the street or playing in traffic, your response can and will be different. Uh, hey, Jen, welcome. uh, it's best to remove the child from the situation. So if they're running down the street, I'm sorry, you might have to go snatch your kid up real quick, so that way you keep them from harm's way, because you don't want anything to happen to them, because then that is your fault at that point. But have a straightforward discussion with them as well, after they're doing that, so that way they understand that they put themselves in danger, and that's why you did exactly what you did. It's not to be mean to them or anything, but you just want to make sure that you keep them safe and they are, they're good. So just remember, be kind, be patient. Make sure your kid knows that you love them, and every day you have to affirm on your kid so that way they are ready. Every morning I tell my son, when I take him to school, that I love him. I give him a hug. I tell him, you're a good boy. Make sure that you show your school, your schoolmates, your teachers, all the staff know that you're a good boy too, because boy, these kids are gonna be kids. And like I tell them all the time, he's a 6-year-old boy. He is learning his boundaries. He is learning to understand everything. So there are certain things where I don't get upset about. But we got this, y'all. Gentle parenting. Gentle parenting. So if you ever see me having more wine than I need to be having, it's because gentle parenting was about to take me out. But I'm okay. I'm going to survive. But I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Naya, you've been quiet tonight. And I told you better not be talking about you drinking no water. We do got this, Eva. And you got a little one, a little one, and a girl. Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Yeah, my daughter is probably the biggest reason I drink. Lord help me. But I love that baby. So I hope that I help somebody in some way in this. Yeah, my little cancer baby. Gotta love her. Yeah, help. If I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna be getting a lot of phone calls from you, because you're gonna go through it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna be like, oh gosh. And to anybody with a little girl, there are gonna be some days, not to, girl, bye. There are some days where you're gonna look at your child and be like, them little girls test every bit of thug in your body. You be like, oh gosh. Okay. Tell the puppy not a good one. I hope she's like him too, but Evan, what I realized after having these babies, all these kids are different, and they all will test you in different ways that you didn't even realize. Oh, see, she over here lying, y'all, talking about she an angel. No. The dog doo-doo. That's so funny. Yeah, doggy doo-doo is gross. So you have to try gentle parenting on the dog too. My dogs are just as bad as the baby sometimes. And oh my goodness, sometimes I'll be like, okay, and then when I think I'm doing something that made him stop acting bad, I look over and it wasn't me, and it was him the whole time. So, but whatever, I'm still a good parent, and they know I'm the boss, so it's all good. But definitely, I know we all have to, figure this out. I say, you know, like 3 times. This is some good wine, guys. Oh no, they ate your burrito? What kind of burrito was it? I don't know why that's funny to me, and I want to know so bad. Yeah, that's pretty gross. That's no, I'm telling you, man, kids, they are the best and most trying little loves, little humans you can ever have in your life. But we talking about their That's so funny. But I definitely have been more open to this gentle parenting thing, because it is healthier for them. It does make them overall better human beings. And that's all you can ask for in this world right now. I mean, the world is just so crazy. But I will say this, I am not opposed to hitting. I will fight for my kid regardless. So, yeah, you definitely want to teach them to be good human beings. So that way they're putting that. Yeah, he need a little whooping. Go on, pop his little booty. He ate your asada burrito. That's so funny. See, this conversation is going out. This is really good wine, guys. It's from Africa. So I'm really excited about that. From Cape Town. The maker of this wine is from Zimbabwe, but he moved to Cape Town in early 2000, where he started making this wine. It's actually really good. Again, this one is not from Total Wine anymore. This one is from High Low Market. Now you hungry for burrito? We got to have a burrito night then. So I learned how to wrap burritos, guys. So I can make a really good burrito. This is so funny. I used to just roll them up, and then they kind of be all ugly. And then I watched a video on YouTube to learn how to wrap a burrito. And now I can wrap a perfectly good burrito. Make burritos tonight, as a matter of fact. So, yes, I feel like I can do anything that I want to do. Even though I don't get to do everything I want to do. But I feel like I'm amazing, so it is what it is. So for our next wind down, Eva, we're going to have burritos and wine. I'm going to make sure I have the perfect wines to go with the burritos. How's that sound? Because this wine is actually really good. Oh, and this one, give you a bit of the tasting notes. It's citrusy with a zesty fresh finish. I agree. It pairs well with salt roasted chicken and a side of greens and a fennel salad with a citrus dressing. So I could do the salt roasted chicken. That sounds real bomb. Oh my God, my daughter did not say how the dog get a burrito before me. How the dog, you can't be leaving your burrito unattended, especially if it's a chihuahua. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. So the comments really do make my day, you guys. So that makes me, this really makes me laugh when you guys go left like this. We went from gentle parenting your children to now we have to gentle parent our pups, because it looks like the pups are taking advantage of my friend over here by eating her burrito. Now my child asking for me to send her a burrito. You have a job. Why do we have to send you a burrito? This is hilarious. Aww. Oh, so that explains it all. So she's probably spoiled, and that's why she ate your burrito like that. My dogs know better. They not get them. Now she's inside the couch hiding. She was like, you ain't gonna whoop me over that burrito. That is funny. Your dog really ate the burrito. She was probably like, this is heaven. That is hilarious. See, Eva? You see her right now? You see how my daughter is going through it? That's your life. I'm telling you, that's your life. They, You put your glasses on, Jay. That is funny. But if anybody else has any parenting tips that, that, oh, so it is a chihuahua. That's so funny. Now my daughter's still talking about this burrito. We should have never started talking about burritos. Because now she over here talking about a burrito. Daughter, order you a burrito. Well, it's too late to be trying to eat a burrito now. You got work in the morning. But definitely, if you guys have any parenting tips as well, hide your burrito and tacos. Tito's, ooh, Tito's tacos is so good, y'all. Like, so good. I mean, my family doesn't like it as much as I do, but I will drive to Culver City for some Tito's tacos. Y'all gotta order. Girl, I'm not ordering you no burrito. Do not make me. No, I'm not. No, we're not doing this on the internet. Oh, so you want everybody that's in here right now to order you a burrito? This girl is crazy. I might have to give her away. Anybody want to adopt a daughter? Hilarious. She ain't got no sense. I need to. Maybe I should have gentle parented her a little bit more. Order you one too. Oh my goodness. I said we need to have the next wind down we have. We gotta in person. We gotta do we gotta do burritos and wine pairing. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Where is it? Chile Verde has this I forgot how big the burrito is, but they got I think it's 12 feet of burrito, and you can have like different varieties in there. So you can have like chicken, ground beef, carne asada, all in the same burrito in one big line. It comes with beans, rice, salsa, and the chips. We should do that. That'd be fun. Now I got to figure out which wine pairs best with burritos. Yeah, that would be good. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Any wine does. Yeah, with enough with enough wine, who cares how it tastes with the burrito? Just drink the wine. You're right, because once you have enough wine in you, you're gonna eat whatever. So funny story about last week. I drank all but a sip of the wine that I had from last week on that one night. And apparently I was hungry after I was done with the show. And I ate a bowl of cereal. I don't remember eating the cereal until I woke up the next morning. This is 12.5% alcohol. Look at that. Girl, I'm drinking African wine. And it's good. It's good, y'all. That's the front. So definitely, Hilo actually does wine tastings regularly. They post them on their Instagram when they're doing a new tasting. They have a location. I like the one in Long Beach. I haven't gone to the one in Culver City yet, but they recently opened one up in Costa Mesa. I doubt I'll be driving to Costa Mesa just to drink. No, I can't tell that lie. Ain't no telling what I would do. But for the immediate, I definitely want to get to the one in Culver City. So if anybody wants to go with me to Culver City, high low, let me know. We could pick a night, meet up there, go have some fun. But yeah, this is really good. And even when you go there, they do have their bar open, so that way you can order wine at the bar. They have beer on tap as well, and they do tastings. They have fun events as well, where they bring in other vendors to you know, show their, stuff. So I definitely would recommend, following them on Instagram so you can see when their stuff is going on. And I'll be going to more events there. We totally got off, the whole gentle parenting. I guess y'all like, fuck them kids at this point. Oh yeah, I told my daughter I wasn't gonna say that, so I'm sorry. But if we are done with the chatting of the kids and the burritos, I'm gonna sign off for tonight because I'm actually feeling my wine. I needed this wine. Today was a little rough. It tested me, but I got through it. I didn't die. I didn't cry. I'm still a thug. And oh yeah, you are them kids, huh? I love you. She said, I'm them kids. You so funny. My baby girl support me. I love it. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Get myself ready for tomorrow because we got 2 more days, y'all, and then it is the weekend, and I am so excited about that. And hopefully, the Cowboys win again. So, good night, everyone. Thank you guys again for joining me. Hey, Drea. I didn't even know you was in here. That's so funny. But yes, I'm so looking forward to the weekend. And it should be fun. Oh, man. Yeah, I thought I didn't have nothing to do this weekend, but I do. My son was invited to a birthday party, so I guess I got a birthday party to go to this weekend for little kids. Yay! So, yeah, that'll be fun. What Naya said, don't forget to like, share, comment. Definitely hit that share button. It helps get me out there more. I've been putting up good stuff lately. I've been putting out a lot of stuff for you guys lately. And oh, when I'm done, I'll go ahead and share the poll so everyone knows who won the poll that was on my Instagram on which wine that I chose for tonight. But thank you guys. It's always fun. I'll be back again next Wednesday, same time, new wine, different conversation that will eventually go left, but we got in here. Good night.